good old boy down in Texas, John Goodable, that's his name. Heard him talk about our country, Lord, I feel just the same. He speaks his mind, trying to help mankind and the people of the USA. Yeah, oh, John Goodable, he got a lot to say. Oh yes, he does. 'Cause there's a good old boy down in Texas, turning Texas blue. And there's a blue dot family in the USA. All over this world. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a blue dot family.
Indeed there is, baby. And it's time to have a family meeting, and I'm glad y'all are here. Sunday, baby. Stay tuned. Things are fixing to heat up. Anyway, Jay Clayton was first one to jump in the room. I'm sorry to hear Steph's not feeling well, but I'm sure she is in good hands with Jay. So we're not going to worry too much. You take good care of her for us. So, Randy Peterson, woo, chilling pig, ain't it? Don't worry. Day after tomorrow, we'll be back up in the 80s, buddy. Hang on. It's coming. Dorothy Tyndall is here. Jeanette Miller, Jeff Curry, thank you for being here. Megawit Willie, there you go, buddy. Let me see. Bart Larson is here. Debbie Marie, that smart-ass Squaw Martha is in the room, so y'all straighten up and fly right. Beverly, hi, BW, how you doing, darling? Glad to see you there. Rose Taylor, thank you. Ginger's Chat Show, Virginia Woodley. Y'all pay attention to her. She uses her voice on Facebook, so y'all go by there and give her a listen. She's always got something to say. Nancy Halverson is with us. Let me see. Karen Van Wyck. Getting that down to pat. Thinking myself, pat myself on the back. Jane McDaniel, thank you for being here. Billy Plains, Mark Perkins, everybody's here. Let me get on down here before we get lost. There you go. If I miss somebody. Dee Dee is here. Or Bernadette Pre. Hey, I heard some rumors. We all heard some rumors. That shit might be happening pretty soon. Are you shitting me? First, though, let me get this done here before I forget. I got mail, baby. In my post office, that's right. I stuck the key in there, turned it, and a light shone from inside, and there it was. An envelope. I was excited. Anyway, it is a card from Karen Kuhn from Bucharest, Ohio, and she included a nice little donation in there, and saying, "Boy, howdy shit." No, that's what I'm reading. It's on the back of the card. It was the first thing I saw written in big bold letters. It says, "Boy, howdy shit." And Karen, thank you very much for the donation. The books that you were, yes, I know Tom Hartman. I know about his books. I don't have his books, but they are excellent. I understand, and I would get a kick out of reading them indeed. So, Karen, thank you very much, baby. I appreciate that. Makes me feel good when there's something in the box. Talking about putting something in the box. Well, we all know he ain't going to jail, but I gotta admit, I am looking forward to seeing a mugshot, even just ever so slightly. It's going to be like any other picture of him. It's going to look like an asshole, but that's the way he takes pictures. But it's going to be an official mugshot of a former president. Yep, the word he put out was that he is going to be arrested on Tuesday. We're all waiting to see if that's going to happen. He's already put out his call to arms to protest across the nation and take a country back and all of that bullshit, trying to incite another, uprising? I don't know. But we're all going to be privy to see it if it happens indeed on Tuesday. Personally, I was thinking, well, hell, He's already put out the call to arms to get to New York City. Hell, let's just delay it till Thursday. Let them all get in the town, nothing happens, and then, let them wander around for a while being pissed off. I don't really care what they do, but, oh, hell, there's my mouse. It is. It's going to be it's going to give us a whole lot to talk about the next family meeting I see. Bernadette, how are you, darling?
Yeah, I'm fine. Getting my popcorn ready.
I know it. I hear the
popcorn. Okay?
I hear the smile in your voice already.
Oh shoot! I'm not holding my breath. I'm just kind of curious, And like you said, I don't think it'll be on Tuesday. I would be surprised, but he got more knowledge about it than we do because he's the one being arrested.
Yeah, he's the one. If anybody got notified, he did. So see what he does with it. Miss you, chick.
I'm with you. I want to see a mugshot.
I want to see a mugshot. Yeah.
Okay.
I know he's not going to jail. They'll release him on his own recognizance and all that kind of shit. He is a former president, trustworthy
maybe
fellow
without
out here.
A passport, but
Yeah.
What you think, Miss Chick?
I don't think a mugshot's going to be any more flattering than any other picture of him.
No. It's still going to be a picture of the asshole, but this one will. It is. It's going to give me a little joy to see this one. Come on. We got to take our little pleasures where we can.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to be arrested.
Oh no, he is going to be arrested.
Yeah, well,
whether he understand something, whether he surrenders or not, he will be arrested,
That's
and he
the
will
whole
be
idea.
Fingerprinted and mugshotted, and maybe even a little DNA sample taken.
Right, and then they'll slap that little thing on his ankle and send him home.
Yeah, they probably will, but without his passport.
I don't think that they're going to put an ankle bracelet on him, and I don't think they'll make him surrender his passport
because he has Secret Service.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's not really going anywhere.
He's already under,
like that
guards.
John, he does have to leave Mar-a-Lago and go to New York. Okay,
yes.
He does have to do that.
Yes. Yes, and we all know he'll go in. It is an arrest. He'll be gone through booking. He'll get his mugshot and his fingerprints there. And then they're directly going to take him in front of a judge where he will be arraigned. And he will be released on his own recognizance. We all know that.
And then we will know what the charges are against him.
We'll know
and then the real charge.
Yeah. Are we talking? And I'm sure it's going to be the felony charge. I don't think we're going to go through all this for a misdemeanor charge.
I do not think that they would be doing this for a misdemeanor charge, not whatsoever. No.
No, but we also, like I said,
I do believe that there will be more than one charge.
Oh, there'll probably be several charges. But again, I remind everybody, this is the dog and pony show. This is the tease, if you want to call it that. There are 3 cases against him. This one, the one out in Washington with Jack Smith, and then Fannie Willis down in Fulton County, Georgia. Those are the 2 meat and potato cases. And he's got 2 cases coming out of Washington with Jack Smith. He's got the documents case and the
January 6th.
Yes.
And the documents case doesn't look too good for him. His lead attorney that he had to pay up front just got the judge, Beryl Howell, bless her heart, before she relinquished her seat on the court because her time was up. She had Corcoran in front of her, and he was bitching about having to go in front of the grand jury because of attorney-client privilege.
Right.
And she had his notes. She had his notes in her possession of conversations and things like that. And she said, no, according from what I read, you should go and testify because crime fraud exemption doesn't, allow you to use attorney-client privilege.
Yeah. Yeah, no. If you're planning a crime,
the DOJ.
Yeah.
He turned his notes over to the DOJ directly without his say so or anything else like that.
The attorney-client privilege only counts for
doesn't apply.
on legal issues. If you're
Yes.
planning a crime, well, all that goes out the window.
Yeah.
And that's what DOJ is saying. You
He
were
had
committing a
reason-
crime.
The judge had reason to believe
Yes.
he was committing a
So they're
crime.
making him come back and testify again
Yes.
about
She pretty
questions.
much compelled his ass.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just like
But-
you, getting out the peanuts, popcorn. I'm ready to sit in front of.
The one that's got me laughing the most is the Tacopina case out in New York
The
with
which,
his attorney, his new attorney, Joe Tacopina, the one that's been all over the airwaves in the last week. He's something special.
well, he has to be. To take
Well-
Johnny on as a case, you have to be pretty special. You have to be pretty dumb in the
John?
head. But they're going to get money. They're going to make money. What do they care?
John, he's already in trouble for ethics violations.
Oh, that lawyer?
Yeah.
Well, they want a few more. Come on. What are
No, no.
ethics anyway?
No, no.
The right doesn't have any interest in
He's in
ethics.
trouble for ethics violations for taking Trump as a client because he.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, if you even take him as a client, you've probably already violated your oath.
No,
Right.
he had consultations with Stormy Daniels.
Oh, is that right?
Oh,
Oh, shit, it just doesn't get any better, does it?
I cannot stop laughing. I mean, before this guy even represents him in court, he's just been all over TV. He's already ethically in trouble with the courts and the state and federal fucking law. I'm rolling on the floor. I'm like, where do you get these attorneys from?
That's from the bottom of the barrel, evidently. He's scraping, baby.
Oh shit!
I'm figuring
laughing my
any
ass
lawyer
off.
taking his case nowadays is probably just somebody trying to get a name for themselves. Trying to, look at me, I hate it.
This guy handles some very high-profile cases in New York and around in the area. I mean, he's handled athletes and movie stars and rappers and just all kinds of shit, right? And so he's been all over TV in the last week or so just defending the hell out of Trump. And then it gets known that the week that he had represented Stormy Daniels, and he's in violation of conflict
He's got
of
a
interest,
conflict,
among other
yeah.
things.
He's got a conflict of interest. Who are you working for, Stormy or
did he
you?
did he kind of like forget that he had?
I'm like,
Again,
I'm like,
ethics,
I
it's
haven't
nothing. It's a
stopped
side
laughing
thing.
since I heard that shit.
Mm-mm.
MAGA, making
Yeah.
attorneys get attorneys. Okay.
Well, and that just means that stall. That lawyer can't be the one now.
Boy, howdy shit. What a
Well,
question.
you know what? I don't think that that's going to stop the grand jury.
No,
I
they'll
saw-
appoint somebody if they
I
can
see a
find somebody.
question.
They can.
From Carol Lowe in the chat.
Oh,
And she says, I'm
Uh.
trying to figure out, when did we lose America? I still see it
Um.
out my door. What a statement. When did we lose it?
pretty much when Sarah Palin said, I could see Russia from my door. back
From my
door."
porch.
Sorry
Yeah.
about that.
Well, to be honest, after Donnie and after all of this bullshit,
dude.
intelligence, well, I'll back it up. Since W came in, intelligence
Yeah.
is not high on the list of requirements for Republican presidency. It's just
Right.
not something they think about.
There
They
should
want
be a
the
barometer,
optics.
but it's really low.
Yeah, it's really, really low. It's all about optics for them. It's about the show. And who puts
Yeah,
on a better
and-
show than
and-
Donnie?
It's fucking ridiculous.
is.
What it is, because it's so freaking blatant that
It's in
And
your
they
face,
just
ignorance.
They
there
just
hasn't
use
been a court
catchphrase.
in the land last 3 years that's ruled in his favor anywhere, and yet he just keeps going at it. So
He's like an
Man,
avalanche.
Hello to you too, buddy.
he is like a bulldog on a bone. That's what he's like.
It just won't stop.
It's going to pick up.
He just will not stop.
This week we'll begin the snowball. I think the snowball running downhill to hell.
I hope
Hey.
so.
I hope this is just the beginning.
We have waited a long time for this train to just get rolling. Okay,
Well,
So,
I'd really,
I am.
Pushing it uphill.
I'm giving Jack Smith a little more time. He got here a little late. He's really trying to do his business. But down in Fulton County, Georgia, let's go. Let's
But
go.
Jack, I still think is going to wait until all these other cases are.
Yeah, he's kind of like he's got to wait
Get
his
it.
turn anyway.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
When you get done
yeah,
kicking him, shove him over here. I want to kick him too. Let's go.
absolutely.
I'm all for it. Now they're picking on him. Yeah, we are, and we're enjoying the shit out of it too. So
Yes,
I am.
and
I
I
am
just
because
wonder if those extra large tidy whities are choking the shit out of his ass.
yeah, the danger to this country isn't in arresting him. The danger to this country, I said in the title, is if we don't arrest him.
Absolutely,
If we
John.
do not hold him accountable,
absolutely.
there's the danger to this country. And that one will go deep.
Yeah.
And I agree with you. That is the danger because the next wannabe Trumper is going to get in there and think that he could do better
Ron
and,
DeSantis.
and more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and
no,
they're
well,
lined up.
Yeah.
Believe me, they're lined up to be the next.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. The
Yep.
one could get more outrageous than the next. They'll just keep
As long
it
as
going.
there's money to back them, they'll line
Sure.
up.
And there it
And
is.
they got lots of money to back
Yeah,
them.
because the big
They
money
do.
is behind the Republican Party.
Because
Yeah.
they have a new version of the John Birch Society out there. And yeah,
And they got a lot of money too.
they do.
Hey, y'all want to see something?
Okay.
Did y'all notice that? Well, y'all might be on the delay. Did you see
I'm
that?
waiting on the.
What are you waiting on?
I'm waiting for the delay. What?
Did the picture change?
Yes, it is.
Guide you.
It did.
Your screen, your monitors are working.
It might
That's
better
all
yet.
on it.
My buttons. If you can see me, see my little
The
finger here.
button.
I'm gonna hit a button,
Yeah.
and I'm right back on the main screen. There's all my buttons fixed. Travis came in here,
Yeah.
had to erase everything on that whatever app that is that runs this thing,
Cool.
and had to reload it all. But now I can
Well,
switch
that's
I can
Travis
switch.
because he's so
Yes,
he's such he's the techno wizard of the family, and
he is right in the middle
you
of.
know this just wouldn't work without Travis.
No. Without Travis, none of this works. He is right in the middle, and it's a big list. He is having to come up with all the items that Maestro is going to need to start the podcast. Maestro is a sound guy. That's what Maestro does. But he's not a video guy. So everything from the cameras to the lighting and the interfacing, everything has to be integrated into a system. They're going to start doing a podcast from this, and they have an actual location. I don't know what it's
Okay.
going to end up looking like, but he sent us a picture.
So like a little studio they're gonna
Right.
be working out of or something.
Yeah.
Right on.
and it's pretty good size
on.
because the picture they sent, there's a pickup truck parked in the middle of it.
Oh,
So,
okay.
so it's a pretty good
Okay.
size room,
Yeah.
but they're going to haul that out.
Are they doing it from the truck?
No. The truck was just parked in there at the moment they took the pictures, I guess. But it's got nice paneling on the walls and stuff. It's they just had the truck parked in there unloading stuff. But that naturally assumes that there's a garage door. So I don't know
Yes.
where it is. This location is, but we just seen the pictures. So Travis could get an idea of the depth and everything in the. But yeah, we're gonna go over and try to help him set up the whole 9 yards. So
Right on.
he'll have his own podcast coming soon. I doubt it's
So
not going to have anything to
is,
do with politics.
It's going to be music.
It's going to be
related, right?
music. Yeah. with
Not
the
to get in Travis's business, but I know his thing is video and that kind of thing.
Right.
Is he going to be involved in the podcast, or he just has the job of
Yeah.
like setting up the studio and things?
Yeah, it's just setting up the studio and everything.
Okay.
Travis don't like to be on camera. If y'all haven't guessed yet.
Well,
He
you
likes
don't
to
have
be
to
in
be
the
on camera.
background.
He could
A lot
be,
of times they
he
have
could
an
be the
engineer
one.
working
He could
there,
be,
though.
producing the show or
Yeah.
engineering the show
Yeah,
or something like that.
that part is we don't know yet. First, we have to get the
Okay.
whole set designed and set up, and like I said, right now the whole place is empty. So it's not only the video equipment's got to be set up, the sound equipment's got to be up. There's going to be 2 people on, so they need 2 single cameras facing each person, and then there's going to be a couch involved, for other guests.
Uh-oh.
So that
Okay, so they
that's
got
set
their
up.
whole little like Johnny
Yeah,
Carson set up in the whole bit.
yeah,
All right,
yeah.
all right,
It's going to be pretty neat from what the layout looks like. Looks like it's
right
going to
on,
be fun.
right
And
on.
like I said, Travis,
Well, that's
that's
got to
his.
be quite exciting
Yeah.
to have to go out and shop for a project like that.
Hey, it's always
That'd
fun
be
when you're not
very
spending your money.
somebody
Right.
else's. Hell yeah.
He's spending Maestro's money. So
Okay.
yeah, he could just go in
Well,
there and just let his face.
congratulations to Maestro, man.
Yeah,
Tell him I said good luck with that.
I will. As a matter of fact, when I was
We'll
over
have
there,
to get his
I told him,
get
I
him
said,
on.
I need to get the camera over there again and do a show over at his house. That bottle of wine is still sitting over there. I looked at him the other day. I said, that's pitiful. That wine is still sitting there. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, it is. It's
Yeah.
been a while.
I said, it's
But I'll be
aged.
good.
Yeah, it'll still be good. Don't worry.
I'll be
Just
good.
haven't opened it yet. But anyway, getting back to whipping Donnie.
Okay, let's do that.
He's whipping up the crowd for Tuesday. I seen Kevin McCarthy. He's out there making noise about he's wanting an investigation. Of course he is, into the amount of money spent on this
What a
case.
pathetic, weaker speaker of
It's
the
all
house.
bullshit because there is no federal money spent on this case. It's a state case.
He's just so bright.
But he
isn't
wants an investigation, and
Oh,
I'm
Jesus.
sure that
Mm.
jack it off Jordan on the judicial. He's just gonna go right after it. That weaponization of all that's going real well for him.
Because, he going after them woke folks.
Hmm. That's what it is. Are you shitting me?
Yeah, well, here's something that Kevin should know that, should Donnie get convicted on the state level, he can't be pardoned.
Yeah. Let's see.
Not federally. Not federally.
he?
And there ain't gonna be too much you can do about it. The state of New York don't like Donald Trump, okay? So he's gonna get a
Right,
jury of his
governor
peer.
would be the one to do anything there, and you'd have
Yeah,
to be
good luck with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good luck with that shit. I wonder what in the hell's going on up in Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania.
Yeah. Did you hear about the shit up there?
No.
Oh, it's
I
bad
don't
shit.
know.
There's a bunch
There
of
may
bad
be
shit
somebody
going on
that
up
could
there.
tell us, though.
Yeah, no, ain't nobody hanging around here from Pennsylvania. Shit.
Ain't got nobody from Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
It's cold and freezing up
It's
here.
cold and
Oh,
freezing
Oh,
up there.
that
Hello,
guy.
Johnny Fly.
hi there.
So it's cold and freezing up there.
Well, this is the last day of winter, and it's going to be the last day of cold. Starting tomorrow, it's going to be in the 50s. At
Oh,
the end of the week, it might be in the 60s. So there.
there you go. You're on a
What's
warming
spring
trend.
like?
Hey,
Good.
did you see that? What the hell was going on in South Carolina? That Palmetto something with the conservatives, and that Lindsey Graham. I wanted to kick him right in the ass so
Lindsey
hard.
Graham, that's all you
He
have
has
to
his
say.
head so far up Trump's ass, it's not even funny. He
Yeah,
goes, "Oh,
I was
hope
so
he thinks
disappointed
it
to
all
see his
great."
ass getting reelected. I really was.
Did you get a chance to see it, John?
No,
Now, what are we talking about?
It was some sort of a get together for conservatives
Oh.
in South Carolina. I forget.
Right.
Palmetto something. I don't know what the name of it was.
right.
And I watched a few of it. I had to turn it the fuck off. But Lindsey
A
Graham.
little hard to
he's like,
stomach.
a little bit. He said they're picking on Trump.
Oh,
he said.
please.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
poor bitch.
but he goes in front of the Georgia grand jury and tells them, if Trump was told that aliens had stole the election, he would have believed it.
Oh yeah.
You know, Lindsey
Yeah.
Graham should figure out what side to put his bra on because he's just confused.
I don't know if that would have helped him
Mm.
unless somebody snaps his bra strap. That might work.
Well, somebody needs to.
His
Hey,
garter
that's
belt.
what
People like
Trump
Lindsey
can't do
Graham,
it.
they don't,
Okay.
Lindsey Graham, Ted Cruz, people like that, they don't have any option anymore. They flip-flop back and forth so many times that they have to stick with Donnie now. They flip
Oh,
one more
and-
time, and it's just really going to look disgusting on them.
And John Asa Hutchinson was on from Arkansas too. Oh, he's a values man.
Asa
I'm
Hutchinson,
for
he's the
Christian
one out of
values,
Arkansas, I want to say.
He used to be governor down there,
Right.
didn't he?
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
the current governor's daddy, right?
I believe.
Asa Hutchinson.
No,
Is...
no, no,
No,
no,
No,
no.
way.
no, that's
Oh no,
Huckabee.
no, that's Huckabee.
That's
I'm
yeah,
sorry.
You're thinking
yeah.
of Huckabee.
I'm
no.
sorry. I'm getting my morons mixed up.
Yeah,
That's all.
He's
you
Not
know,
from
hard to do.
Arkansas.
My
No.
Rolodex hits moron, and then there's another list you have to go through, and
you know, John, there's so many characteristics that you could just spread all over them.
it's true.
Everybody's got it. You know,
It's
so
true.
it's
It is an epidemic.
But I'm going to tell you something, people. They really do mean business, the Republican Party. We have got to get out and vote like never before, get people to
yeah.
vote. This is really scary, the shit that they've been saying.
It can
And
get
if you
real
don't think-
scary.
Well, yeah, if we don't pay attention and start working on it now, we could be. I could not imagine Trump being back in again. I hope he's in a prison cell, but that's going to be something to see. I wonder what the hell is going to. I hope he.
Well, even if
what's
he's in
gonna
prison,
happen
you
to
do
him?
know he can run.
That's what I heard. Yep.
Yes. Just
You
because
can run as a convicted criminal.
he can run from prison.
Yes.
So there's no
he-
law
so
says he
could
can't.
run- So could he be the president in prison as well?
Yes.
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 Oh my God.
Yes.
Nothing
and,
against the
and
law.
the United States has never had to deal with anything like this before.
We've
Um,
never had such a criminal in our house before.
Well, I've heard of getting in, being in the Guinness Book of World Records, but
Oh, we
not the way
have,
Trump's
but-
doing it.
Um,
You know that?
yeah,
you-
you know, this is why we got to get this shit straightened out. And you know,
Exactly.
this next election for president, we keep saying, you know,
Mhm.
this election is the most important one. Guys, seriously.
I know it. We've said that over the last several, but
Seriously.
every
single
time
one of
we've
them
been
is worse
right.
at this point.
that's the
If
problem.
they-
Is
if
every
they
time
get
we're
in-
right.
Well, if they
Gee.
get in this time, John, you might as well say democracy's done and we're going to be in a fascist
I ain't
state.
done with democracy. James, how in the hell are you?
Hello there, brother.
Doing okay today, brother?
Yeah, I'm doing great.
Outstanding.
I'm just glad to be above ground. But
One
if
more
you,
day.
if you promote a damn insurrection and you're constantly promoting violence, how in the hell can you run for president?
Isn't
No
that
shit.
sad? But no, there's no law. He could, if he
No.
gets convicted and thrown in prison, he could still be president.
The only
that
there's
so?
only one law that you can't violate and run for an elected office, and that's the one for sedition.
Now, if we could just get him on that, which he did, he incited an insurrection, and let's not.
And
He's
and
trying
you
to
have
do
to
it again.
remember, a lot of those January 6 guys that have already pled guilty and are currently in prison are in prison for sedition.
And he wants to pardon them. That's what he's throwing the bait out
Well,
there.
He has told them that he is their retribution.
That's
That
indeed.
doesn't necessarily mean that they will
Well,
get
look
a
at
pardon
that.
because he had all the opportunity to pardon them
My dinger
and
worked.
he didn't do it.
Did you hear that?
I heard
I
that.
heard
See
that.
there, fixed it. There you go. Travis fixed that. Michael Johnson
There's
came in the
Tim.
room with a $5 donation. Thank you very much, Michael. And said Trumpers are making first graders look like college-educated kids because Trump is rallying his base. Fuck Trump. There you go. Thank you, Michael Johnson. I appreciate it,
Well,
partner.
you know
And
what,
raise his
John, though?
army.
If you get C-SPAN, take the time. They have it videotaped about that event that was in South Carolina. I
I'll
tell
check
you,
it.
yeah, it's scary. I mean, it's so. I just can't believe it. I watched it for so long. I'm thinking, come on, John, you can keep watching. And then after some of the shit they said, I thought, I can't take this anymore.
Yeah. Oh, I
It's
can
like,
imagine.
Ah,
You know,
Yeah.
the dribble coming out of, Kevin McCarthy's out there. Like I said, Speaker of the House, promoting Trump, saying that, he has, what did he say? It's right, Trust. Trump, McCarthy just made it worse. Oh, yeah, now I remember. I said that already, talking about it. He wants an investigation into the
investigation into what?
into the New York DA's office to find out if federal funds were used to persecute Trump. because we all know he's innocent. Trump should not be facing any paper because Kevin McCarthy knows deep down in his heart that Donald
He's just
Trump
a
is just the
businessman
purest of
and a
America. Are you
landlord.
shitting me? Kevin
Hey,
McCarthy.
that's an appropriate soundbite, John,
Yeah.
for Trump's whining on Truth Social, what he said.
Yeah.
So
He's oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, do you think we're gonna have some rioters come and visit in Manhattan, or is it just bullshit?
What? Say that again?
I said, so do you think we're gonna have some rioters, aka insurrectionists,
Oh,
in
yes.
Manhattan, or
Oh,
is it a bunch of bullshit?
no. Are you shitting me? We're going to see protesters out there, yeah. Hey, bet your
I
ass
ain't
they are.
following them.
They're going to come out of the woodwork as much as they can. You know,
Mm.
is
They're
it
allowed
going to be a
to.
massive crowd? I want to say no. You know, I want to say that the ignorance is going to just, be too overwhelming for some people to go to show yourself again. But are there going to be enough? Yeah. Yeah.
That and it's really hard for people who don't live in New York to get around in New York.
That's like I'm saying,
That easy.
let's delay it a few days. Let's wait till Thursday or Friday. Let them all get to New York. Excuse me. Spend a
it's
few
hard to
bucks
get-
on.
It's hard to get around New York City to begin with. I've been in there several times. I can't. Oh, bless you, John.
Thank you. I felt that coming.
Uh, are you allergic to Trump again, or what?
I've been allergic to him all my life. Ain't that some shit? You'd think they'd come up
Yeah.
with a pill by now. Trump be gone or something, We could all
So
take it and
Trump
feel
be
better
in
about
prison.
life.
A spray.
Yeah, spray. Yes,
I'm
James.
curious that he's promoting violence towards this Stormy Daniels shit. So how's that going to affect the other case? That's what I'm curious about.
Outside of being in public, domain, the news and everything, it shouldn't affect the other cases at all.
I mean, he's promoting violence, the
Yeah.
same thing he did during this insurrection. I mean, that should add to the, to
But
his.
it's always a fine line the way he puts it.
Yeah.
It doesn't
Yeah, he walks
actually
right up
say
to the line.
bring
Not
some
telling-
guns and point
yeah.
them at anybody.
Yeah. He's just alluding to things.
Yeah.
He's just making suggestions. He knows how to walk that line.
Oh, yeah.
That's the same way he did on January 6th. Gives a real good speech, and I'll be there with you. Did he go? No. No, we understand he wanted to, but thank goodness Secret Service had slapped him upside the head and said, sit in the back seat, shut up.
Do you think he would think it over before, because he's supposed to run for president, and then to try to repeat the same thing with rioters and insurrectionists?
Well,
Doesn't make sense.
he's telling them,
Like
come
you
take
said.
your country back. We have to take our
Yeah,
country back. From who?
Well, like you
Yeah.
said, John, he knows just how to get right up to the line.
Yes.
But John,
Yeah.
that judge, she's going to take into consideration that what he's doing, inciting the way he is, and so she might take his passport, or she might do who knows what.
That-
Well, she has.
That would be cool. And along with slapping him with the what's one of them things when you come out the courtroom and you can't talk about it.
A restraining order.
No.
Not a restraining order.
A gag
A gag order.
gag
A
order.
gag order.
Gag
You can't
order.
say anything. Oh, he'd
That-
find
that would
around.
be cool.
He'd find
Good
a way
luck
around
with
that too.
that.
That would be the best thing
Yeah.
to do. Gag Trump.
The only way-
He's long overdue.
what
for
was
it.
that
I
guy?
like the gag,
Oh,
yeah.
he can't keep his
Yeah.
mouth shut.
Lock him
I
up.
would love to see him in a damn gag.
CM just said what I was in my head. Lock up Trump like Hannibal Lecter, with the ball in the mouth, the cage over his mouth. Just shove a ball in his mouth and put a gag over it. That's what they should do, but we can't do that because we're a civilized society. But it's what I was thinking. Yeah. These are all the things we wish we could do, but in reality, he's going to turn it into a carnival circus for him.
Hey, John, just
Yeah.
put him in prison. He'll be with his own kind. Then.
He
Then
is
they'll
going to
take
use
care of
this in his ads. He's going to tell them, they're not coming after me, they're coming after you. So send me
they're already
your
saying
money. You know,
if they that's their new you know um Jesus Christ, my words are just gone today. Okay, but yeah, you know,
I heard
if they could do
I
this
heard
to
that
me, they
happens
could do it to
occasionally.
you.
I've heard.
That's what he's setting everybody ablaze with now. So
And Bernadette, is Trump taking away your breath away? Are you that infatuated with him or what?
oh hell no, I'm just so excited I can't talk today.
Oh, okay.
I'm kind
I've
of
just been
waiting.
laughing too much. Okay.
I am not looking forward to seeing any kind of violence on the streets of New York. I don't want to see that. What I want to see is a mugshot. I want to see his ass up there charged with something.
Yeah.
What we're afraid of is, yes, something's going to happen. You know,
Yeah, yeah. I don't think we're gonna get a perp walk.
no,
Him in
No.
handcuffs,
no,
nothing like that.
no.
We're not gonna get anything like that. They're going to secretly bring him in, and he either has to surrender, or yeah, he will be arrested.
Well, I heard
But
somewhere
that's
he. Well, what would happen though if he's already in Mar-a-Lago? Wouldn't he be able to barricade himself in and say, "I'm not going up there"?
No, it
yeah.
can't.
Hey, you never know.
Well, the
Yeah,
problem with that,
he
Johnny
could do
Fly,
that.
is
He
it,
could do that.
well, no,
Uh-huh.
really, he couldn't because the Secret Service they are assigned to him. They don't
Yes.
belong to him.
Right.
Secret Service are federal agents. At
Yes.
one point, if they're ordered
They
to
make
do
sure he
so,
gets from
they just
point
turn
A to
around
point
from
B safely.
protecting him to arresting him. You know what I mean? The guys around
Yes.
him, they could be ordered to arrest him.
Mhm.
That's why New
They
York
could, but
New
that's
York
yeah.
DA's office is working with the Secret Service and law enforcement there in the city to protect him while he's there in the city. But they're coordinating with Secret Service to convince this ketchup throwing motherfucker to waltz his ass up in there in court and just go ahead and submit because, yeah, it ain't gonna be pretty if he
Yeah.
don't.
Yeah.
They don't want to go in there with the the FBI or whoever the fuck they gonna take it in there waving guns and with their
Yeah.
little flak jackets on them, the big
Yeah.
letters. They don't want to do all that shit.
No.
They want this shit to be quiet as hell. Trump is the one who's out
Trump's
there
the one
announcing,
that
oh,
wants
it's
to
going
go
to be
out
on
there with the
Tuesday.
pom poms. Yeah,
Yeah,
he
exactly.
wants that
Trump's the
crowd.
one
He's going to
that's-
try to
that's-
work it for all he can.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Doing
wonder
the
where
same
he
thing
got
that he
his
did on
information.
Cameras
January
and
6th
crowds. That's all
is
what it's all
citing a
about.
fucking insurrection and a riot.
But
I
now
wonder where he got his information from.
we
John.
do have to remember one thing. This is in New York City. New Yorkers really don't like Trump.
Nope.
And New
And they don't play
Yorkers,
that shit. I mean, come on, New York does the first New Year's Eve every fucking year. They're going to handle this.
yes, that's what I'm thinking. And because they
Yeah.
are, if Trumpers show up to protest, I think there will be a significant amount of
They're already ready for
anti-protesters.
that. They're used to events that are huge.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that's what we were talking about. This is being discussed through law enforcement all the way from the FBI down to the local cop on the beat in
Yeah.
New York City, getting ready
Yeah.
for this.
This is going to be way different than January the 6th
Yeah.
because Trump had his Pentagon and everything in charge back then in
Their
Washington.
war room.
And,
Yeah.
this is not even going to be close to this.
No.
No,
No.
he's not going to get close to that.
No, what is that old
And
saying? Fool me
they
once,
already
shame
don't
on
like
me.
his ass.
Fool me twice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go on,
No,
Pat.
fool me once, shame on you. Yeah, that's it. Fool me twice, shame on you. I get it right anyway.
Right. you
Uh,
got it.
Yeah. Uh,
Well, it's like John. I don't know if
yeah,
you saw
New York has horses that pump iron, Randy Peterson. That's true.
Right.
John. You get stuff I'm sure from Miss T Brown. She's awesome.
Oh,
Well,
T. Brown, she
I-
is.
Yeah, well, she said something today. Tag me on it. I don't know what his name is, but he's hilarious. He's a gay man, bald-headed fella. I don't know if any of you remember it. And something happened in New York City. Some Proud Boys were trying to protest or cause trouble with drag queens, and they beat the shit out of the Proud Boys. The one guy going away, and he goes, "Man, he beat my ass." Yeah. So maybe New
Better-
York will take care of Trump.
Better be
for sure.
careful of who you're wanting to pick a fight with
I'm
sometimes. You know?
telling you.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I don't
Oh, yeah.
think that they're going to have a problem in New York, and it would be
No.
real stupid for those idiots that follow Trump's dumbass, because if they're down there at Mar-a-Lago protesting, they're likely to caravan their asses to New York. But that wouldn't be a good idea, because I don't think them cops up there are gonna play with they stupid ass.
No.
Hmm.
No.
Let me see what
It
they
ain't
have
gonna be
on
like
the
DC,
website.
okay?
Right.
Where Trump was involved. It ain't gonna be like that. Plus, you have a governor that actually has control over, the
Yeah,
oh
she's a
god,
good governor.
yeah, she Holcomb, isn't
I
it?
don't
No,
remember her name.
I think her name Holcomb.
I can't.
Anyway, they ain't gonna play with him. You know, they're going to make sure the courthouse is safe for his arrival, and ain't nobody gonna
Oh, yeah.
shoot his dumb ass. Anybody else that shows up there trying some stupid shit is gonna get fucking arrested.
Right.
That,
Well, the
that's,
DA has already announced, to
Yeah.
anybody that works in the office and stuff, the staff, that don't worry, we're going to keep you safe. We're already
Yeah.
putting things in
if
place.
anybody tries to breach that line, there's going to be hell to pay for it. I think. You know, this is. I don't know. That's why everybody's going to be tuned in. But again, because this is the. I don't
But
know.
he's just set us up for the like, here you go. Here's the big announcement, and I'm gonna wait and pull the curtains open. Ta-da!
Ta-da!
Put
Here
the
I
lights
am.
on. Here I am. And it doesn't matter what happens. He's the star of the show.
Absolutely, and it's all gonna be around his dumb ass, and that's all he cares about.
That's the
Yeah,
only thing
that's
that
all
he
he
cares
cares
about.
about.
You know. But again, this is going to test the waters just to see what happens. The next case is probably going to come out of Georgia. The last one will probably be Jack Smith.
Yeah.
You know, out of Washington. And I see where Mike Pence is going to be going back into the grand jury again.
Yeah, he says he's only fighting certain aspects of the subpoenas.
I
now.
was surprised because he came out and said he will not claim executive privilege.
Yeah, but he's
Because
such
he
a
can't.
wop.
He's trying to ride the fence. This is what he's
because
doing.
he can't. No, he's
trying to stand
claim
up on his own
he's
2
got
feet while at the same
speak to
time
the
holding on to
bulldog out of
Donnie's
the Senate.
waistband.
He's
Yeah,
trying
he
to
ain't
look
trying
like
to
he has
claim-
integrity. I mean, come
Yeah.
on.
Oh, that walked out the door a long time ago with this guy.
I know.
Let's not forget,
Absolutely.
Mike Pence also wrote a book. Okay.
Oh,
That's
okay.
right, he did.
Ooh.
Yes,
so did
he
Pee
wrote
Wee
a
Herman.
book.
That's right. I don't
Yeah.
recall the name of it, but he did come out with a book. So whatever
Oh,
words he
Lord.
put in the book.
And
Well,
the Fly
if you
wrote a
wanna-
book too. Okay.
Want to know all the answers? Just read his book. They're not stupid. That's why they make those books. They can buy their books.
Isn't
Even
that
though
the name
Trump
of the
wanted to
game
hang
for all
his
of them?
ass.
Buy my
Yeah,
book.
even though they wanted to hang Pence's ass.
Yeah.
Now he's what, sucking up to Trump again, or what? You know?
Mike Pence should recognize that he don't have a prayer in fucking hell of ever being president.
No.
I mean,
No.
No, I can't see it.
He doesn't have the mentality to understand that.
Mhm.
But he's
Right.
got
It's-
mother and God. Okay.
There you go.
I have always called Mike Pence the poser. You can tell. You can just tell that man spent an awful lot of time in front of the mirror getting every freaking hair just perfect. I loved it when the fly landed in his hair and it became the
And
issue.
then you don't twitch, right?
Yeah, that's
You don't
it.
twitch.
I
He
love
is.
it.
He's a poser. He's always been one to try his old image. You know.
My sympathies for the Fly.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah. Right.
You've landed on shit before, but not this big.
Yeah.
Not the biggest
Yeah.
pile as this is. Yeah.
The Fly really
But
wanted
he's
to fly
got he
away.
threw everything
But
down
as
in
soon
the
as his feet landed, he was glued.
for a godly man that he claims to be, and you hooked your wagon to Donald Trump. There's the biggest problem I see with Mike Pence. You can tell he's a full of shit, lying crap, just like Trump, because he claims to be such a Christian, and was more than
Yes.
willing to hitch his wagon right
Absolutely.
onto Trump,
Absolutely.
who he knew to be a lying sack of shit, a pussy grabber, a draft dodger, everything. Donald Trump spent his whole
Yeah,
life
they-
sucking money out of this country.
Hey, John,
have
they
made it
all seen it as a ends to a means.
Yeah, Yeah.
Well, even this whole thing, with the indictment is all about raising some money
It's all about the
because I need
grift.
to pay my lawyers.
Yes. Help fight us. Help save me from the woke mob. Send me your money. And
Yep.
the
Grift,
sad
grift,
thing is,
grift.
he'll get a lot.
Oh, he will. And he won't
Oh,
pay his lawyers.
oh, really? Oh, really? I just seen this go by. Just wait just 1 second. It's going to pop right up there on your screen because
Okay.
Stephanie Dean, I hope you're feeling well, dear. I know Jay is going to take good care of you. Are you shitting me? Probably dancing around there with a tray full of whatever you need with a rose in his mouth. That's
Bonbons.
bonbons. Got bonbons there and a rose in his mouth, and he's dancing around, probably with his guitar, singing songs. I love that romance because we've watched it all bloom right here in this Blue Dot family. Y'all do realize that Jay
No, I
and
didn't
Stephanie met. I don't think
Yep.
they met because of the Blue Dot family, no, but they met during our family's life. So yeah, it's one of them little romances that we like to watch. And Jay and Stephanie Dean just came in with $5 and said, supposedly, oh, listen to this. And she lives in Florida. Supposedly, Trump wants DeSantis to call the National Guard to stop them from coming to arrest him at Mar-a-Lago. Thank you, Stephanie Dean. I want to
Because
see it. I
DeSantis
want to
is
see
his
it. Let's
buddy.
go. Let's call out the National Guard. Let's surround Mar-a-Lago. I want to see it. Yeah.
Get that popcorn ready, John.
Yeah. Wouldn't that be the
Before
shits?
or after.
Yeah.
If
Trump
anything,
called him Little
DeSantis will
D.
get a one of those, bulldozers and open a road up to.
No shit.
Yeah.
No shit.
Hey,
The rest
maybe he'll
is
go
ass.
dump seaweed in Mar-a-Lago.
There you go.
Oh. Donnie's
Seaweed
taking up
barricade.
ground on DeSantis, though. DeSantis slipped a little bit in the polls, in the Republican polls.
Yeah.
Good.
In favor of
he's
Donnie again.
just keeps opening his mouth. I mean, that's his problem.
Well, that's his problem, yeah. He keeps talking.
No, he's
Ignorance
not a
just
people
pours
person.
out of his mouth. This woke mob,
Hey, I hear- I
this
hear
is
that-
where woke comes to die. Yeah.
I hear that Fox News viewers are starting to see a sliver of light.
Oh, yeah?
Heard that.
Yay! We can all, if we can all.
Weigh in or something.
See, I got all my
Well, no, they have not. They're starting to believe that Fox News is not telling them the truth.
Dare
Imagine
you say,
that.
dare you
That
say
is America.
that Fox
They're
News is
feeling
not,
injected.
it's not,
But if they
I'm-
watch Fox
I'm
News, how would
taking
they
it
know?
back, dare you say.
News won't tell them that.
Let me
wonder
give a
if
big
I can
thank
that.
you to James Lee, who just came in with a $25 donation and said, well, here we go again. The maggots will be running around again in their big dog black smoke belching pickups with their big flat oh, I know it, James.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, here we go again. The
Flapping
maggots will be
ladies'
running around with their big dog black smoke belching pickups and their big Trump flags. James, thank you very much, my friend. I appreciate it tremendously. Yeah. Oh, I'm waiting. I'm waiting to see the first flags pop up on my
Yes, they will.
Yeah.
I did tell you I stopped
On your
finally
block.
after over a year. I finally stopped to read the little sign on Butt Boy's fence down the street.
But boy.
Butt Boy, yeah. It says Tommy down the street. He's still got his Let's Go Brandon signs all over the place. But there's been a little
Let's go,
sign on
Brandon.
his fence there. And I didn't know what it said. I knew it was aimed at me. And I'm sure if he's listening, and he does, Butt Boy will be tickled to death that John, after a year, finally slowed down enough to read his little fucking sign. And it's about us. It's about BDFs.
Oh, well,
Isn't
yeah.
that
Oh,
special?
yeah.
He's just jealous because he's
You
not
know what-
one.
you
It's
know what
because he
B-
loves us.
You know what
John.
BDF stands for?
You-
Yeah.
Brain
Oh,
Dead Fools.
Oh.
Supporting Biden. That's what it's, yeah, Brain Dead Fools supporting Biden. Yep, that's us, baby.
Okay.
Yeah, it says something else. I think I pulled it up on my phone and read it the other day for the people in the blue room, but it spells out Biden down the left side in blue letters, Biden, and each one of the letters says some stupid shit. And at the bottom, and all it says at the bottom is supported by BDFs. So that part, yeah, Biden supported by BDFs, yeah, that's us. But that brain
You
dead
still
fool shit at the top, that's his gig at me. That's like, oh, you're going to be pissed when I don't give a shit what he puts up on his little fence out there. Who do you think? Anybody
Oh.
driving down this street that doesn't live here? And today, this weekend would have been a great thing. Because this weekend, the world famous rattlesnake races are going on right across the river from me. My river's in my backyard, so they're right there because we can hear them on the loudspeaker constantly. They're having a big festival over there, and it's the rattlesnake races. And when that happens once a year, we usually get a lot of looky-loos down the street here because, you know, if you're going to the rattlesnake roundup, you have to cross the river, and the only street near the river is, oh, look, that road goes right by the river. Let's go down there and see where it goes. And it follows the river all the way back to me. And so this weekend we get a lot of traffic. So that traffic coming down the street, when they stop and see the signs of "Let's go Brandon" and all this other shit, they don't know what's going on in this street. All they know is, well, there's the asshole in the neighborhood.
There's one in every
There's
neighborhood.
one in every neighborhood. But boy's the one.
So did Donald Trump, did he win the rattlesnake contest?
I don't know. I didn't go over there because, to me, and the rattlesnake races are great. A lot of people come out to watch it, and it was probably rough this year because it was cold. You know, you get a snake out in 50-degree weather, he don't want to be out there. He wants to be curled up somewhere getting warm.
Right.
So you really have to tap that stick around to get his ass to go. And so I bet they were having a little hard time. If
Or
you
they
want
might
to...
have warm up under a tent or something.
Yeah, they do. They like to curl up in piles. Oh dear, I've seen piles of rattlesnakes over 4 feet tall. Solid pile of rattlesnakes. That's a
Yeah,
lot of
that's-
rattlesnakes. Because
Oh.
I'm good.
for those that are interested, you can Google rattlesnake races, and San Patricio, Texas will come up. But if you really want to get into the big game, then you go to Freer, Texas, where the rattlesnake roundup is held. And that's going to be coming up pretty soon. That's the big one, baby. That's where you can go see rattlesnakes stacked up in the corner all over the place. Guys walking around there making games out of them. They have a
You guys
challenge.
have a hard time finding stuff to
I'm
do down
good,
there.
John. I'm good. I'm good, John.
These guys, they make a game out of it. They'll put a guy in a sleeping
Hey, y'all
bag.
knock yourselves out, okay?
They'll put
They'll
a guy in a sleeping bag, and then they'll put like four
This sounds like so
four
much fun.
rattlesnakes inside the bag with him,
This
and
sounds
he
like
has
a,
to get out of the
a
bag
skit from
without
Jackass
getting
or
bit.
something.
It's a fun game, man. It's
And they think this is fun.
yes. Oh, you know it's really fun? You get a rattlesnake curled up. Here's the thing about a rattlesnake. When he's curled up, you can take a stick and poke his head up underneath his body to where he's curled up, but his head is tucked up underneath his body. He thinks you can't see him. You can just pick his ass up and hold him in your hand, just like that. And hold him right in front of your face because he don't think you can see him. As long as he's hidden like that, he'll stay like that.
I'm good.
What's really good is to get him in that position and then to walk up to somebody who don't know him and reach up there with your other hand and hold on to the snake's tail and just toss him. You know, snake comes all out. Anyway, fun things to do with rattlesnakes. My wife was born and raised in Freer. Guess what Freer
I'm
is
so-
known for? The rattlesnake
So glad
roundup.
that y'all,
That's
y'all
it.
have fun like that down there.
Yeah, John, you can do all that you want. That's fine. We'll watch you.
Hey, that's the way I
from a
thought.
distance.
That's the way I believed when I first met my wife. Before I even knew where Freer was. All of a sudden, I married this girl and I live in Freer. Well, what do you do around here, boys, for fun? Well, we're glad you asked.
We play with snakes.
Let's go. And yeah, you ride at night looking around on the roads for rattlesnakes on the back roads. So they taste like chicken, and that's not a lie. Had the same
That's what I hear.
the same consistency. The meat is like the white meat of a chicken. Good to go.
And that's what people used to do before the internet.
There you go. We used to. That's true. Before the internet, we used to ride around at night, drink beer, and hunt for snakes. That's what you did. That was the local entertainment. Of course, if you look at map around Freer, there's nothing around for 50 miles any direction. Nothing. Brush, cactus, mesquite trees. That's it. So, great place to do it, I guess. Oil and gas, that's all the town is known for, besides snakes. So you have to have something to pass the time, and they pick rattlesnakes. So that's right, Michael Johnson. They taste great. They really do.
So, John, there's another mega out there that just is not giving up.
Oh, yeah?
Kari Lake.
Oh, no.
Oh,
No.
Jesus.
I think
she
Kari
is-
Lake is trying to be vice president, be picked for VP for Donnie.
Well, I don't know,
Oh
but
my
she's still
God.
doing the court bullshit.
Yeah.
And this time,
Yeah.
she is using a pole
Oh, a poll.
as her proof.
I
that
assume
she
we're not
won.
talking
It was
about a
in the
dancing
poll
pole.
said-
Are you sure
Eh.
she's not a
I
Yeah.
assume
Like, that's
she's
gonna
not on a pole dancing, is she?
Maybe, I don't know.
Might come down to that if she can
If,
get a
if
few
there's
votes.
rattlesnakes under the pole, she may be dancing.
Motivation,
I
that's
don't
all
know.
you need.
Yeah.
No, she is, yeah, she's still holding on to she won the election.
Yeah.
Just like Donnie, it's the woke right,
Well,
left mob.
yeah, it's their go-to thing. You know, if you're a right wing, far right wing, out of your
Yeah.
goddamn mind, right wing, Republican candidate, the sore
forgot what
loser,
camera I
whatever
was
the fuck you want to call them,
Yeah.
because it's all the same. That's what they do. They just promote their little election lie, and even though she's been sanctioned by the court, and it doesn't matter to these
It's
people.
just a way to stay in the
Because it-
news. period.
It keeps them in the news, and it keeps
Yep.
their
Yeah.
grift going on.
That's it.
Because
So,
the poll she's talking about, which I can't remember the name of the poll people,
Yeah.
but it was like 1,001 people that they called. And she's
Well,
using
there's
the
a big
percentage from
slice
that.
up.
Right. It was like, 57%.
Were they all on her
voted for
address
me.
list on her phone? Or?
Like, okay, Carrie. But 17,000 votes are what you lost by.
yeah, but it keeps her in line
Well,
with
American
Trump's
Girl,
stupid
thank you
ass.
very much.
And-
welcome to the
And
family.
she does fit somewhat the profile, although I think her hair is not long enough. Her hair is definitely long enough for him. He needs something
He
that he
likes-
can pull.
He likes a little flowing. Huh?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I just think
Well,
she
if
she
I was
thinks
Trump and you had to
she's
make a
just tight.
choice between Marjorie Taylor Greene and Kari Lake, which one would you pick?
Oh, like,
Um,
I'd at least
Probably
go
would
Kari
not
Lake.
pick the
I mean, they're
blonde.
both
I would
whack
go
jobs, but
Kari.
you know,
do I have to pick
at
either
least
one?
Kari Lake ain't talking about laser, green Jewish laser beams coming from the sky or whatever.
No,
you know.
she's
Marjorie Taylor
she's
Greene's
a-
got a potato head.
Indeed.
Kari Lake
His
is a
potato.
fuck Trump parrot.
Yeah.
She says exactly what he wants her to say,
Yes.
and that's all she's been doing. She's been hanging out down there at Mar-a-Lardass and
Or
so,
Lord ass.
I can't even say it anymore.
I can't. My tongue's just tired of
Let
this
me
man.
see. Let me see if I can get to. It says Marjorie Taylor Greene did something here. Oh shit.
Oh,
Never
God.
mind.
Again,
John
this
doesn't
week.
know how to
She's
operate
always
a
doing
computer.
something. That's the problem.
I gotta
She won't shut up.
spam the
She
damn.
got Kevin
Yeah.
McCarthy wrapped around her finger right now.
Marjorie
She's-
Taylor
Oh.
Greene warns against Donald Trump's protest demands. What is she saying? She says, as a further calling to reporters, the
It was
MAGA-loving
something
congresswoman.
Stupid, and somebody called her out on it. Said, "Really, Marge?"
Really?
Yeah.
Is that there are a lot of reasons to believe that there will be feds and Fed assets? They're going to be infiltrating the crowd. Don't go. It's a trap. They're going to try to arrest. Oh, you shit.
It's a trap.
Shut up. Somebody
It's
slap
a
it.
mega trap. Don't do
It's a
it.
MAGA trap. They're just going to. Somebody slap it.
It's all full of flypaper.
You're going to get stuck. You're going to get arrested. I hope. Whatever. I'm looking to see the size of the crowd that actually shows up. Show me your face. Who's going to come up and
like
stand
in
up in front of
Florida-
God and everybody and prove you're an
So
idiot?
like in Florida, they said if 3 or more show up, it's a crowd. So like if 3 people show up, it's a crowd.
It will be magnificent.
Yeah,
Biggest crowd
they
you ever
won't
saw in
have
your
any
life.
place to park their trucks.
So many people. So many people. Yeah, that's what it'll be.
Uh,
That don't make sense. Boy, howdy. Can't they just protest by having a My Pillow fight? And just Coggins wants to know. Just give them all my pillows and let them have at it out there. He's
No,
Yeah, right.
he's trying to
it
do
went under.
something.
There's no more pillows.
Ain't he trying to do something, Mike Lindell? Isn't he trying to
Oh, he's
run for
always tried
something
to do
somewhere?
something.
Trying to be relevant.
That's somewhere.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think he's trying to either run for mayor.
He's trying to get
or-
people to send him money because he's losing his business.
No shit. Mm-mm.
Because of all this. Like, really? Really, Mike? You dove into it head first
I'm telling you.
and landed on a pillow.
I can't,
Yeah, anybody can do that brain dead and still be making that kind of money.
I swear, you got to give the guy credit. He is, he's a true believer in his own ignorance.
He's persistent.
Jesus.
He is consistent. That's what you got to give him.
It's not just his though.
Let me see here. Anthony Lester, thank you very much. Anthony Lester just came in with a $20 donation and said, "Can't wait for MAGA to come to Georgia. We are ready to send them to infinity. We don't play that here. Do the crime, do the time. No man is above the law." Is that loud enough,
Amen.
Anthony?
Thank you.
We can't wait for him
Amen,
to get
brother,
down
because
there
that's what it
either.
is. That's what it is. The danger isn't in charging him with a crime. The danger to our society is if we don't.
Exactly.
If we turn a blind eye to what we all seen him. Anthony, thank you very much, brother. We appreciate it. To what we're all witness to. All of us. Every one of us that watched TV on January 6th. Yeah. We're all witness to what he did.
We let this shit slide and we're fucked.
There's a price that has to be paid for that. Because if you don't put down an insurrection now, it's just going to come back later. And that's what he's trying to do. I say it all the time, over and over and over. He is not trying to win an election. He is trying to raise an army. Because this is what he wants. He wants the violence in the street. He wants them to fight for their God. Because they're willing to put themselves on the cross for him. Some of them, the die-hard maggots. But again, we're looking at a small percentage of the population. But even a small percentage of the population can create a whole lot of damage in our society.
Yeah, I was just gonna say.
Yes.
Especially if they talk to the right ones that are already mentally on the fence.
Yeah.
Well, that's what
with
that
some
meeting
stuff.
was at South Carolina. Almost everyone that I heard, I believe in God and country.
Sure.
You know, the Christian values.
What
Oh,
else are you
fuck
going to
it.
do? Say.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, we don't worry about everybody else's religion. It's just a good old American Christian values.
Well, but only if those Christian values belong to certain kinds of Americans.
Well, boy, howdy.
Right,
Yeah,
yeah.
certain kinds. Oh, look at here.
Mm-hmm.
Michael Johnson came back in the room and donated $5 and said, he says, I Giuliani'd at a Walmart checkout line today. Glad it wasn't wet like his hair dye. Maggots behind me wasn't happy. Boiled eggs and whiskey. Fuck Trump. You know what happened? Oh, there you go. Thank you, Michael. Yeah, I did open my mouth today. I did. Occasionally, when opportunity knocks, sometimes you have to just open the door and go, well, since you asked. I had to go to HEB today because that's where everything's better. Had to go do my shopping, and coming through the checkout line, real nice checkout lady there, and she says, "Well, sir, she said, what's on your plans for the day?" I said, "Oh, darling, well, after I get done with this, I said I got to take this home, put it all away, and I said I got to go pet my donkey, and then get ready for my show." "Oh, show, yeah, because anytime you got to pump yourself wherever you can." "Yes, I do a show." And nobody's behind me in line at that moment. Anyway, I'm sacking my groceries down there while she's running them through the machine. And we're talking back and forth. "Yes, the Blue Dot family. Yeah, it sounds so wonderful." "Yeah, it is." And people were starting to come down now. There's two guys behind or waiting to check out. And I don't know. One of them just, in my mind, looked like a Trumper. So I didn't say anything about what the show was about, other than basically about politics. And I said, but it's a great group. We have a lot of fun. We talk about anything and blah, blah, blah. Anyway, Bozo came up there and it just looked like him, so I threw in. Yeah, it started about 6 years ago, when that traitor Donnie, took over in my house. Yeah, I didn't get happy about that, so I started this little group, and it's grown over the years. We have a lot of people in the group. We talk about it, and we're all excited. Donnie's boy's going to get arrested this Tuesday, so looking forward to a good show. And I'm just smiling big time, and anybody within hearing distance heard me, but yeah. They didn't say anything. Neither one of them smiled and said, yeah. So I don't know. Heather, thank you for joining the family. Thank you very much. Heather just subscribed, so thank you. But yeah, occasionally I say things a little louder than what I normally would. In jest, of course, just in conversation.
That was good, John.
It's fun. Makes me smile occasionally. So, the old man with the beard. I don't think he likes Trump. No, he don't. So, I make it pretty well known where I stand. If anybody I don't go around bringing it up all the time. No.
It's not been a secret.
No.
How long have you been doing this?
Going on 7 years, baby.
Thank you.
We're going on 7 years of that bullshit that he's still hanging around in the damn news.
Every chance I get, I say fuck Trump.
You think you would have?
Yes.
Yep. You coined that
that.
phrase, fuck Trump. And we said it first right here. So,
Right here.
Hey, Bernadette, you should get a copy, a patent on that.
She get it trademarked,
I
huh?
think it's being used all over the place.
Yes, right.
Yeah, used here all the time. Fuck that guy. The horse he rode it on.
I let family members use it for free, though,
Yeah, we don't. Yeah, this is the breaks says it all the time. I say fuck Trump all the time. This is the breaks. That's right. There you go.
We're not trying to hoard anything over here,
No, we freely share that expression everywhere I go.
Absolutely.
Yeah, fuck that
Absolutely.
guy.
Feel free.
Hey,
Feel
John,
free.
John, that'll become habit for me. You know that.
I hope.
It does.
Yes, to me. All of a sudden, it's like,
It does.
good morning, fuck Trump. It's like, oh, well, it's just the way I start the day. So.
I think you should make like breakfast, like maybe sugar or honey, and label it "fuck Trump."
Fuck
There
Trump.
you go.
Fuck Trumpos.
Hey,
Fuck Trumpos. Good to start your
You
day.
and Bernadette get together and come up with something. There you go.
Hey, I got all my
Man,
buttons
woman,
fixed.
camera,
Let me see if
TV,
I know which
fuck
one
Trump.
is which here. The one of these buttons is going to be the address, and one of them is going to be the Blue Dot Family Meeting. So let's see which one is which. Okay, there's the address. We need to put address, and the other one needs to say something.
You should mark your buttons, John.
Well, it does. It says add 1, add 2.
Okay.
It needs to be, yeah, I can't remember 1 to 2. You're asking me to remember 2 numbers? Really? 2? That's taking up half my brain is on one side, half on the other side. It's hard. That's why you should send us a letter at the Blue Dot in Texas, Post Office Box 260044, Corpus Christi, Texas 78426. John loves it to open the door and actually see mail in my box. Thank you, Karen Coon.
Please send them a letter, card.
Letter.
Just a postage stamp on a card.
Yeah,
or
postage stamp
anything.
that says, boy, howdy
Because-
shit.
We really get tired of him whining
love it.
about it. Okay?
Yeah, they're getting tired of me whining about it. Which means the other button is to remind everybody that we're having a Blue Dot family meetup in San Antonio, Texas on May 19th, 20th, and 21st. So if you're in the area, we are going to be there. Looking forward to Randy Peterson's going to be there. John and Carolyn Metjesko's going to be there. Michael Johnson's going to be there. There's going to be a lot of Blue Dots there. So if you're in the area, think about come on down and join the family. I just got to get used to having buttons again. But we got the buttons fixed, so thank goodness, because I was tired of reaching over here and looking around over here to see where the mouse was every time I wanted to do something.
Just don't press your belly button,
No,
John.
don't
Make
press
sure
the belly
you know you
button.
got
Stand
that.
away. That's the destruct all button. That's the that's the button you hit when you're going out the door. Burn it all down to the ground.
Burn it down.
That's the button they hit when that drone got hit by that Russian aircraft. So they erased all the data, all the important shit. So that's my delete button. Yeah, in case I get captured by the enemy,
Yeah,
Blue Dot.
there you
I
go.
don't know any Blue Dot. Oh, never heard of the guy. Are you shitting me? They'd shoot me on sight because that'd be the first thing. You work for that draft dodging coward? I'm sorry for you. I do. I feel bad for the idiots around me that support that man. Because I do. I look at it as turning their back on this country. You might as well piss on that flag you fly if you support that man. That's how deeply I feel about it. He's
That's
nothing but a
amazing,
worthless
though.
piece of shit, and he always has been. It's embarrassing that
amazing,
the
John.
Republicans even accepted him.
Well, it's amazing, John, that some people actually believe that following Trump is patriotic. I can't
That's
figure
what I
that
mean.
one out.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
These guys
Hey,
think it's patriotic to follow this guy. That Trump is some.
Hey,
Huh.
they're stuck in a bubble, man.
They are.
I don't know if you
They're
keep
stuck.
up with, but do you keep up with Texas Paul? I mean, he put out
Yeah.
a video the other
Yeah,
day
he's good.
He's
talking about the people who are finally coming out of the Fox News bubble
Yeah.
and starting to see the light. And they say that we should not berate these people, and use this time to like really,
To reach
hit
out
over
and
the
let
head
them
with
know,
the
hey,
head.
it's time to leave
Yeah.
the cult.
We shouldn't hit them over the head
No.
when they're
Well,
coming out. Because
and
they'll just
I'm
run
guilty.
right back they'll run right back into the cult. That's what they'll do.
I'm guilty of it. I am.
But-
Like I said, sometimes my own hate overtakes. I put up with a lot of shit from,
But we need to, if they're actually starting to find the damn light, we need to support them. That's what I'm saying.
I am looking forward to seeing. We already know what Bubble Butt Boy's going to do down the street. I know what he's going to do, but I am looking to watch and see if my other neighbors start coming out with a Trump 2024 flag or some bullshit on their property to support him again. You know who he is. There's no excuse this time.
You just quietly say welcome back, and let's
Yeah.
go fishing.
Oh, I won't say
not talk
if
about-
they start popping up and
Yeah.
down the street again. That's
yeah,
that's
just
their right.
welcome back.
that's
Hey, the thing is, you can preach to them till you're blue in the fucking face, and they're not never going to believe you.
Yeah.
We
Until-
seen
but
that
if
for the
they-
last 7 years.
Hey, if they find it on their own, and they will
That's
slowly
what
come
I'm
out.
hoping. Even if you go for
And
another
we all hope
Republican,
that they
I'll have more
Start
respect
to
for
see
you.
the light.
You know?
We all hope that they start to see the light, because
We
for
do.
the last 7 years we've been wanting to push their ass into the fucking fire.
Yeah.
Okay.
Any
So,
other Republican,
welcome back.
even Ron
Let's go
DeSantis, is
fishing. Let's have a barbecue. Let's do something good.
let's
Grandpa,
play the game of politics.
you know,
But this
not-
guy,
not-
no,
You
Trump
can
is.
sit there. You can preach stats to these motherfuckers,
Yeah,
and they will
they
not
don't
believe
care about
anything you
numbers.
say.
They don't care about nothing about that.
And
Yeah.
really, what they love about him is the hate.
Yes,
That's exactly what
Yeah,
they love
because
about him, because he
he
preaches
says
that
out
hate.
loud what they think and feel in their heart.
Yeah.
Yes, that's exactly what.
Yeah, they love
They
the,
love
they love
about
the
him.
hate.
And they're
Yeah.
so brainwashed too.
It ain't brainwashed. This is what they've been taught.
It's what they perceive as patriotism. That's what kills me. It's like, come on. Patriotism isn't found in a man. And to them, it's Donnie or nobody. You don't want a president. You want a king. You want a potentate. You want a god, is what they want. The Trumpers.
And
Thank
he
goodness for
pretty
people
much
like the
told them
Lincoln Project and stuff like that.
It's a
He
fucking
is all
cult.
that to them. He is all that to them.
Yes.
And now he is their redeemer.
He
and,
is their god.
Retribution. That's the word I'm looking
Yeah,
for.
he is their retribution. He's their
retribution.
revenge. Oh, you didn't like us. Oh, fuck
Exactly.
you. We're going to do it again. That's the mentality of some of them. We'll put him in
I'm
there
telling you
again.
what.
Understand
Hey,
something
hey.
about Trump. He picks words very, very carefully, because he is out there setting people on fire, and he knows exactly the words to use.
He knows
do
knows
that
what
with.
red meat
And
to throw him.
retribution was one
Guys,
of them.
hey,
Yeah.
there are college educated people out there that fall into cults every friggin' day. I mean, you can't just
Yeah.
you can't just
Yeah.
you can't just discard these people.
No,
they
they're
get sucked
not
into this shit.
ignorant.
Well,
They're
y'all
some of
can't.
them are college
Y'all
educated.
can't because they're your family. I can definitely discard them.
Ignorance comes in all forms, John.
I ain't got
I'm just
none of
saying.
them in my family.
I'm
Okay?
just, hey Bernadette, I'm just saying there are people,
I'm
there are
just
really
saying,
smart
too.
people that get sucked into this shit every fucking
Agree
day.
with you. Look
Indeed,
at,
James,
look,
because
I was just reading an article today. There are 17 attorneys from Trump that have been sanctioned behind his fucking big ass lie. 17.
Yeah.
These are people with fucking
making attorneys
degrees.
good attorneys, yeah.
Yes.
Mega.
Yeah, my brother's
Agree
like
with
that.
you.
He has a college degree in psychology of all things, and he is
Yeah.
sold on Trump. Figure
There
that
you
one
go.
out.
There you go.
Yep.
To everything Trump has ever done is a show. All right.
Yes.
Trump has made a life out of selling his name, his image. Look at me, Trump. I'm everything rich people want to be. And he overextended himself financially every which way he could just to present that image. Because for Donnie, it's all about the image. It's not about the truth or what he wants out of life. He wants money, baby, money and power. He wants to be Putin in America. That's what he wants.
Amen. Hell yes.
That's exactly what he wants. And he would turn this country over to Russia in a heartbeat. Just let me be the czar of America. You know, he would. He'd sell us out in a heartbeat. He's got no more loyalty to the institution of this country than the
And
man
Trump
in the moon.
don't give a hot shit about any of those people that follow him.
No. They've convinced him that he is their flag bearer. That he is carrying it for them. No. Are you shitting me?
Hey, Bernadette.
Unless you've got $100 million to donate, he don't give two shits
They
about
don't
you.
give a shit.
Nope. Gonna use you up and spit you out like you're nothing.
I told my
Yeah.
cousin that one time. I said, you know something, you're so high up on Trump and all. He could give two shits about you. I mean,
Yep.
wake the hell up.
What is Trump known for? Out of his presidency, the biggest accomplishment he got out of there
Tax
Correct.
was the
cuts.
tax cut for the wealthy.
Exactly.
Yeah, I beg to differ. He got grifting. The biggest
personally, he made money out the wazoo.
ever.
Can you
Yes,
imagine
him and
people
his whole entire family.
Oh yeah.
My point is, if some of these motherfuckers are trying to find out for themselves how to get out of this shit, you know, we should support them, not fucking
Oh
run
no,
back, not pushing back in.
No, and
And I agree with you.
And like I say,
And I agree
I'm
with
guilty of that. I know I am, because I'm just pissed, and I take it out on all Republicans, because I'm pissed off at the ones that do have sense for not chasing the assholes out of their party.
Exactly.
You know, I get pissed at things that you know. Why are they putting up with this
It's only
bullshit?
about 21% of the Fox News watchers that are, starting to see this little sliver of
I hope.
light.
I hope.
And that's a good start, okay? Especially before the next election.
I
It
understand
is a
there's
great
another
start.
defamation
I'm
case
saying is
going after
About
Fox.
21%, ain't none of them my family. So,
Yeah.
y'all go for it, okay?
Unfortunately, I have some in mind. Oh, they're holding on thick. And sometimes, and they listen, I have to wonder, is it because of me? Really? You know, I hope
John,
not.
no,
hope
it's their own.
I'm talking
every
about in my
person put
personal
on
life. I wonder if there are people still hanging on Trump just to spite me.
Yes, I understand what
Yeah.
you're saying, but every person on this planet, including fuck Trump, has to walk for their own footprints that they lay down on this planet. Okay?
Well, we
And
think,
until a man is doing that, he ain't got integrity in my book.
I just hope,
When you're following some idiot like fuck Trump and you don't have the integrity to follow your own goddamn footprints, you got to follow his dumb ass. And people are going to prison for sedition because of Trump.
the one person
Stu
you can't
Rhodes
hide
did
from
that.
is yourself.
Absolutely.
You're the only, you can't, you're the only one. You're the one that has to turn around and look at that road that you walked.
That's right.
And,
Those are your footprints,
Oh,
and if your footprints are tainted with racism, that's on you.
that's on
You
you.
can say that I believe in
Doesn't
what
say
he's
that you
saying,
can't
but he's
change.
just a mouthpiece. He's just a mouthpiece,
That's,
and your footprints are your own.
well, when
Saying
they
that
tell you,
Everybody knew he was a racist.
no,
All
we
I'm
know there
saying
are
is-
good Republicans out
Hey.
there that are fighting the fight.
If
Yes.
you see somebody that's on the fucking fence, just try to nudge them
Push
to
'em.
our side.
Oh, I don't. Yeah, if I were to see somebody on the fence, if I'm talking to somebody who's
James,
listening,
James, honey,
Yeah.
you just stop trying to convince me, okay? Y'all listen to James. 'Cause he's trying to tell you what to do right, okay?
shit.
Don't listen to me, because I ain't never going to get it right, okay?
Hey, happy lady birthday.
Y'all listen to James, okay? Don't listen to me, because
A
I'll push them
kinder,
motherfuckers in a
gentler-
heartbeat, okay?
Over the cliff.
Oh, shit. I got 400 years of this bullshit, baby, okay?
and there's a whole lot built
It's
up
in my
in there.
blood.
There's a whole lot built up. It's sometimes, hey, did I see
No
that?
mercy.
Wait. I gotta see it.
Oh.
David Robinson, hey, badass. I saw your name, guy. How are you doing? I hope life is treating you well, my friend. Come on down to San Antonio again. Hey, we'll have a great time. I need to make it to Chicago is the deal.
There you go.
David Robinson, a.k.a. Badass. I'm just saying.
Badass. Mr.
Yeah.
Badass.
And
Just saying.
John,
Ah,
John, you gotta be able to go up to Chicago in the dead of winter. That's when you go.
that's when I go.
Mm,
There you
yeah.
go. In the dead of winter,
Johnny ain't
Yeah.
doing
you
that.
go up there and wait on me. I'll be right there. I talked to Joe Garcia today. He was about 20 miles from Fort Stockton on his way back from Ruidoso, coming back down to home down here. And he was saying, John, it's cold up here. It's snowing. Oh, no, buddy, drive fast, get home. It's
Well,
fine.
I hope he had a good trip
I
with his
know
family.
he had a great time up there with his family and whatnot. And Joe's a great guy, and he'll be back tomorrow. I'm sure I'll hear from him. But
Right on.
oh, let me see. I also have a button for. Look at there.
Credits, John.
Credits,
Credits.
right there. Hit it with a button on my hand. I ain't over there. And BW just came in. Credits, John. Iris not here yet. Iris is not here. Thank you, Beverly. Anyway, it has been a good show. Thank you for y'all, because I was just in there telling Travis a minute ago outside of Trump going to jail. I'm pull something out of my butt, but I don't have to worry about it, because every time I come in here, the conversation flows, and it's not because
Hey.
it's me; it's because of the guests that we have.
Hey,
Huh.
this whole conversation's been about Trump going to fucking jail. Let's talk about Putin going to fucking being or what he's been.
To the Hague.
He's got an arrest warrant from
Yeah.
He can go to
yeah.
hell.
International
I don't
Criminal
care
Court
about
in The
jail.
Hague.
He can go to hell.
Yeah.
He popped up in Maripol.
Yes, he did. He got an
Overnight.
international arrest warrant out for his ass, too. Well, these motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Swear to God.
President Z is going to be visiting him in the next few days over in Russia. So he's going over there, so we're going to see what happens there. Yeah, while people like Ron DeSantis and some on the right are over there talking about we need to back away from Ukraine, baby, we need to double down. We need to double down
That's
there.
another thing.
You hold the line
That's
there, or the line's going to
Hopefully-
keep moving.
You know, it would be really nice to get back to when presidential candidates actually knew something about the subject that they were talking about and had some integrity. It would be nice if we could ever get back to something like that
yeah.
in this country.
I have faith
Amen.
in Joe Biden to be able to debate the issues. On the right now, I don't see anybody.
Yeah, there was
Yeah.
one today I heard. I think he was from Oklahoma. I'm not positive.
Oh, geez.
And he said something to the effect of, "Oh, well, the Ukraine thing is just a territorial skirmish."
That's what Ron DeSantis said.
Excuse me. A
Territorial-
line on
yeah.
your property where you're disagreeing about a
Yeah,
fence
that's all
is
it
a
is.
skirmish.
That's Ron DeSantis.
Yeah.
Is
So
it
if
right?
Analogy.
so
Yeah,
if somebody
people are
if
losing
a
their
robber,
lives. They're losing their livelihoods. They're losing their housing. They're losing their ways of
They're
life. They're
losing their
losing
children.
their towns, their cities, their
They're losing their
children. This is
lives.
not some uh,
Territorial bullshit.
two brain cell thought about territorial skirmishes.
I like that.
Okay?
Alan Roberts said Putin pulled a Biden today flying into Ukraine. Pulled a Biden. Well, he got the lead for Biden.
so if a robber breaks into your fucking house and you call the cops, and the cops say, well, hey, let's just let the robber take over half of your house and you take the other half.
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty much
That's
what
what
you
they
got.
explain.
Yeah.
Robert breaks into my house. I call the police and say, come get this dead body out of my house.
Okay.
That's what I say, and that's what anybody else would do.
And that's how Ukraine feels.
That's exactly how Ukraine
And
is.
that's exactly what they're
Come get
supposed
this
to be
dead
doing.
body out of my house.
They're stand the
Yeah.
ground kind of law.
This
or whatever it's called.
negotiating borders bullshit.
And
As a matter of fact, get your
Putin
ass
went
out of
to
Crimea
Ukraine,
too.
he went to Crimea. That's where
Yeah.
he went, was to Crimea.
Yeah.
He went to Mariupol in Crimea. He didn't go to Ukraine.
Mm-mm.
He went to
No.
Crimea.
They didn't go to Belarus.
No,
Or what's the name of that? Not Belarus.
Bakhmut or wherever they're currently
Oh, it starts with a
tearing
B,
down
Bob.
buildings and cities
Ends with
and
a B,
shit.
Bob.
Yeah.
What is your
Bakhmut.
name, Bob? Shit. Sometimes the brain isn't always up catching up. I'll tell you what,
That's
though, we've
right.
had a great meeting, and I
Yes.
appreciate everybody coming by tonight. Johnny Fly,
Yes, sir.
take care of Pennsylvania for me. Turn up the thermostat up there, buddy.
And
warm up a
starting
little
tomorrow,
bit.
I will.
There you
I
go.
will. Good
Very
to
good.
talk to you again.
Outstanding. We appreciate you being here. And James, thank you, brother, for popping in.
Hey, I try to get my words in order, but sometimes it don't do too good.
James, you're doing fine. Please
You're
come back.
doing
And
great.
please,
I
and,
am
and
so
please
sorry,
keep doing
Tina.
it,
I
okay?
just noticed your hand was up.
Yeah, it's
Don't-
good to meet you, Jim.
You did just
Yeah.
fine, James.
Yeah, we
Okay.
appreciate you coming in here, buddy.
Appreciate it. I love y'all,
Yes.
y'all.
Well, we
Yes,
love you back.
We love you back.
That's the way this family works, brother. And it's a great one. I love you. Tina,
Yes.
I didn't
Hi,
see your
Jim.
hand up down there, darling. I'm sorry.
Well, I literally just put it up a little late. I just wanted to, I kind of wanted to say these words to kind of pontificate upon the conversations that you guys were having earlier.
Pontificate away.
So let me set the stage. So I'm reading Caste, Caste, The Origins of Our Discontent. It's written by Isabel Wilkerson, right?
Mhm.
And she's the winner of a Pulitzer Prize and author of The Warmth of Other Suns, blah, blah, blah. So I'm watching Jon Stewart, and Jon Stewart has her on. She starts to talk about the caste system that exists in America. Anyway, cut to the chase, and here's what I wanted to share. So the first page and a half, I'd say it's about a page and a half, she talks about, she sets the stage, and the name of it is The Man in the Crowd. There's a
Man in the
famous
Crowd.
The Man in the Cloud. There is a famous black and white photograph from the era of the Third Reich. It's a picture taken in Hamburg, Germany in 1936 of shipwork workers, 100 or more, facing the same direction in the light of the sun. They are hiling in unison, their right arms rigid in outstretched alliance to the Fuhrer. You look closely, you can see a man in the upper right who is different from the others. His face is gentle but unyielding. Modern-day displays of the photograph will often add a helpful red circle around the man or an arrow pointing to him. He is surrounded by fellow citizens caught under the spell of the Nazis. He keeps his arms folded to his chest as the stiff palms of the others hover just inches from him. He alone is refusing to salute. He is the one man standing against the tide. Looking back from our vantage point, he is the only person in the entire scene who was on the right side of history.
Amen.
Everyone around him, tragically, fatefully, categorically wrong. In that moment, only he could see it. His name is believed to have been August Landmesser. At the time, he could not have been the murderess. He could not have known the murderous path the hysteria around him would lead to, but he had already seen enough to reject it. He had joined the Nazi Party himself years before. By now, though, he knew firsthand that the Nazis were feeding Germans lies about Jews, the outcasts of his era, that, even this early in the Reich, the Nazis had caused terror, heartache, and disruption. He knew that Jews were anything but Untermenschen, that they were German citizens, human as anyone else. He was an Aryan in love with a Jewish woman, but the recently enacted Nuremberg laws had made their relationship illegal. They were forbidden to marry or to have sexual relations, either of which amounted to what the Nazi called racial infamy. His personal experience and close connection to the scapegoat caste allowed him to see past the lies and stereotypes so readily embraced by the susceptible members, the majority, sadly, of the dominant caste. Though Aryan himself, his openness to the humanity of the people who had been deemed beneath him gave him a stake in their well-being, their fates tied to his. He could see that his countrymen chose not to see. In a totalitarian regime such as that of the Third Reich, it is an act of bravery to stand firm against an ocean. We would all want to believe that we would have been him. We might feel certain that we were Aryan citizens under the Third Reich. We surely would have seen through it, would have risen above it like him,
Indeed.
and that person resisting authoritarianism and brutality in the face of mass hysteria. We would like to believe that we would have taken the more difficult path of standing up against injustice in defense of the outcast. But unless people are willing to transcend their fears, endure discomforts and derision, suffer the scorn of loved ones and neighbors and co-workers and friends, fall into disfavor of perhaps everyone they know, face exclusion and even banishment, it would be numerically impossible, humanly impossible, for everyone to be that man. What would it take to be him in any era? What would it take to be him now?
Wise words. Wise words. And I've seen that photograph. I've Jesus, you look back on your life. The greatest acts of fucking courage that ever happened in all of human history are not known. They're not written down in books. There's no photographs of it. Every person living, we stand in our own
And
judgment.
anonymous.
You want to be that person.
I just wanted to share that
It,
because I
it,
thought
it's
that it
powerful,
was
Tina. It's
apropos.
very powerful.
Because that's where we're at. Are you the one standing on the side?
Can you stand up?
Or are you the one standing in the midst of the
And
crowd?
in this day and age, it's frightening to do it. And I can attest to that. Anybody that's watched me for the last 6 years knows what hell my family has gone through on my street. The hell, the threats, the I'm not beating my own horn about, but look how great John is. No. So I couldn't live any other way.
I think it's something for all of us to ponder. Are we going to be the man on the side who has allowed himself to see? Or are we going to just allow ourselves to
Or
keep
you're
our
just going
eyes
to raise that hand and do what everybody else is doing.
right?
You have to. But that's a personal thing inside each one of us. James Price said it right there. Be true to yourself. Be true to yourself. It's the best thing that you can do. If you believe in Trump, go fucking toot your horn over there. That's fine. At least I know who you are. But be true to yourself. If you believe certain things, if you believe that we're all born equally, that we should have enjoy the benefits of this country equally.
Well, I think that's the
Yeah.
problem, that on a very real level, there are many in our society who don't believe that.
That's true.
Who do believe that other people are just that other, and that in
Others,
some
and we don't.
cases
Yeah,
they're not even people.
they're not
So-
us. So
No, right. That's
Yeah.
why
That's
the
the great
United
danger.
States.
That's what, forgive me for forgetting, asked a little while ago. What happened to America? What happened to us? We're
Well,
divided now, but
we took
not
the
equally.
train. We took the train,
Yeah.
and this is where the
This is
stop
where we go. Yeah.
because we foundationally when we were structured, certain systems, a caste system was put into place. And the reason why it never goes away is because it just morphs accordingly in order to sustain itself. Um, and until we come to terms with that, until we have our own reckoning, much like the Nazis did, where they recognize and take accountability, until that is done, and until people who have been stoked into fear are able to relax and find out that nobody hates you.
Yeah.
We
There's
don't
not
like
that
what
much
you've
to fear.
done. We don't like what you've done, but we also know that there's a violence factor included in this formula that poses a threat to all of us.
Indeed.
Absolutely.
So,
Indeed.
and I think that it's the threat and the fear that has us all in so
Somebody
much
once said,
pain.
famous somebody, I can't remember, some politician, I think. The only thing we have to fear is fear
Fear.
itself.
Here's
Nope.
the-
Yeah.
That was FDR, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. Yes, it was.
Yeah.
Well, let us continue with our good nights here so my wife will not disown me. Throw me out with the rest of the stuff around here. Anyway, James, you were going to say, though? Go ahead.
Oh, I don't know.
No, you had a final thought.
I
No, I'm
didn't-
putting your ass right on the mark, buddy. You opened your mouth. Now you got to say something.
I didn't. The shit's gone. Where it was, it's
I
gone.
know it happens to me all the time. It's there 1 second. I got a great thought, and the minute it goes time to utter it, it's gone. Anyway, Tina, thank you for coming in, darling, and we enjoyed that.
Oh, thank you for having me. Thank you for letting me get in here.
It very, very gave us all something to think about.
Book is the author is Isabel Wilkerson.
Isabel
Wilkerson.
Wilkerson.
The book is
Outstanding.
The Origins of Our Discontent, and she's doing some things right here. It's a nonfiction book, so I'm just
That's
having a
good.
little good time with it.
Yeah, I'm heavily into nonfiction. I like real shit. Anyway, Tina, thank you for coming in and sharing that. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you. And Miss Chick,
Yes.
thank you, darling. Thank you.
You're welcome. I want to thank Tina. That was wonderful that
That
you read
was.
that. And I
Oh,
would
you're
like to say that once you see it, you can't unsee it.
You can't look away.
Right.
Those are the people that will keep their hands to themselves. They won't be
Yeah.
polluting anything.
Your own private little triumphs in life is what gives you
But
the
everyone
greatest
else
pleasure.
out there can like, share, and subscribe.
That's right.
Yeah.
Hit that like
There you
button
go.
right down there. Anyway, Miss Chick, thank you very much. And of course, Bernadette,
Yes, sir.
love you, baby.
I want to thank James and Tina for coming in and using their voice to stand up for democracy. And
Indeed.
I also want to thank my fellow moderators, Johnny Fly and Missy Chick, for also coming in. We know where you stand, John, and we stand with you.
Thank you,
All
baby.
right, Blue Dog Strong.
That's it.
Amen. And thank you to everybody who participated in Super Chats tonight. You guys are wonderful.
Yes, thank you very
And the
much for the
Patreon
donations.
members, we got the best.
We do.
Blue Dot Family Strong.
And we will be back here again Tuesday, baby, the big day. I wonder if there'll be anything in the news to talk about.
Damn, I hope
We're
so.
ready.
We'll start the show and see if anything might have happened. Anyway.
Well, whatever it is.
Whatever it is. Thank you to our Blue Dot family on YouTube, on Facebook, in the chat. I love the conversation that goes on there. There's the heart of the family, and I mean that right out of my chest. Anyway, I love y'all. Y'all take care of yourself. Y'all say goodnight.
Good
Good
night.
night.
Good night, everybody.
I love y'all.
We
Love you
love
guys.
you. We love all of y'all. Yeah, I
Good
get to hit
night.
a button instead of look over there for a mouse. Anyway, y'all take care.
Nice.